The 72 of Jimmy Tubbs. He's got the fire. And they'll get this party started and light them up off of turn number 4 for the first time tonight. We're going to go under the green flag with Scotty Hushelpeck waving the green over high over the Texarkana Speedway. We're underway. Underway and on demand on raceontexas.com as they hustle off into one. Sean Graham got a little cattywampus there. Corrects the car. Look out, Sean Graham. You couldn't have fit the Holy Spirit right there between those two competitors. Holy smokes. So Graham takes the Dukes of Hazzard's scenic route, but leading lap number 1 is going to be the number 72 of the Wild Child, Jimmy Tubbs. He said, I ain't no scrub, I'm Jimmy Tubbs, down the back straightaway. Out front with the lead, showing some love, is Jimmy Tubbs. Holding on to the top spot, but he's flipped off to the exit of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, opens up the door for the number 60. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 as they roll off of 4. Crabtree smelling the tail tank of the number 72 of Tubbs. Look at that right rear. Jimmy Tubbs has a major vibration. Something, I'm not sure. Maybe he lost a spring, a shock. I don't know. But that right rear, you can tell right now somehow he's still digging. But that thing, he probably feels like he is driving down the interstate or a motocross track with no shocks or springs. Boy, he may not have teeth left after this one. About to rattle the teeth out of his head there. He's going to open up the door for the number 60 of Crabtree. Meanwhile, Sean Graham lurking back there in 3rd. Graham going to try to pounce and let these two hustle it out here for the final circuit around the Texarkana 67 Speedway. The white flag waves. Jimmy Tubbs, he ain't no scrub. He's going to hold on to the 72 car. Crabtree's not going to be able to show him any love for the top spot. Final time into turn number 3. Final time through 3 and 4 here in Texarkana. Your opening race of the night going to be the trophy dash. In order to go to go to the winner, your victor, the 72 of the Wild Child, Jimmy Tubbs. I reckon I run down there and give Tubbs a chance to thank his sponsors and what have you. His son's name Carson. I'm trying to remember Jimmy Tubbs' son's name. I think it's Carson. He was at Boot Hill a few weeks ago. We were there. He's a trip. But getting ready to climb out of the fast chassis, number 72. From Nashville, Arkansas, the former Halloween Havoc winner at Timberline Speedway, the driver of the Gateway Tire Hitman Designs fast chassis. Number 72 is the Wild Child, Jimmy Tubbs, your Trophy Dash winner tonight. We're going to get a quick word here with Jimmy Tubbs. Jimmy, I want to get down here and give you an opportunity to thank the folks that help you out in this race, in the final race of the year. Man, you're holding on there. It looked like something was going wrong there with the right rear. I'm not sure. Did you feel the vibration there?
Oh, yeah, I feel the vibration. I got some work orders. We'll get that figured out. But I can't thank my crew, my mom, my family, friends, and my girlfriend up in Illinois. So
may just been a 6-lap trophy dash. This has to give you some confidence, though, an opportunity to see the racetrack and see what you got to come up with here later on.
Oh, yeah. I got a great crew behind me, and we'll see where we can get them.
Congratulations, man. You want to thank anybody additional?
Gateway Tires, Hitman Designs, RPM, Team 5 Enterprise, Anthony Atkins. Hell, there's so many people on here, I can't even tell you.
Hard to do it without them, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Give it up for him, folks. The Wild Child, Jimmy Tubbs, takes the Trophy Dash victory to kick off the night here in Texarkana. 2 months ago, the 3D of Dakota Cooper. Inside over number 3, the winningest driver right now in this division. Oh, wow. The 2 winningest drivers here all year long. The 14 Jr., Michael King Jr., and Justin Converse. It should be fun to watch those two come from the final row. We'll see what happens. Converse got a good start to the outside. We're going to hustle off into turns 1 and 2. You can throw a blanket over the entire field into 1 and 2. And here comes Converse. He says, thank you very much. He'll walk right through the threshold and walk through the back door, and he'll go around the living room. He'll go through the front door here. Michael King Jr. going to go higher than Willie Nelson on the cross-country tour. Oh, baby, he had nowhere to go. Michael King Jr. Time to keep the advances of the 49 or C49 at bay. So once again, it's Chris Perkins and Eddie Brewer on the front row. The Ashdown, Arkansas competitor and the Texan from Atlanta on the front row. The lights are out. We're underway. All the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Hustling off into one. Dakota Cooper. Looks like he pulled the e-brake up there for a moment, but Justin Converse says, well, I'll try to do it even better this time. He takes a scenic route down the back straightaway, kicks up a couple rooster tails there. Here he comes. He reemerges on the top side. And he keeps digging and keeps rolling, trying to keep that car straight and the momentum wound up. Michael King up top. And great balls of fire for the 2019 season for you and the rest of what this year holds for you, wherever else you may compete.
Thank you.
You know, for folks, it's Keaton Axel. We'll see him later on out here competing in the heat. So we're going to drop the hammer once again. 6 cars, 6 laps. So we're underway off of 4. And they're 3 wide into 1 and 2. Momentarily, they're 3 wide. Brewer throws it elbow to the inside of the 4R of Perkins. They're still 3 wide for a second. Down the back straightaway, Cooper down to the basement. Converse on the elevator up top on the top floor. Michael King broke some suspension on the front end. The car would not steer. He'll head pit side. Man. They're a little stoved up out here right now. We keep it this rate, we may not have any cars for the heat races this evening. All the while, though, out front with the lead, it's Eddie Brewer, trying to become the first back-to-back Trophy Dash winner of the season here in Texarkana. Looking pretty good out front, comfortably with the advantage right now on the number 10B. Here comes Converse. He's got to run down to the inside of the Willisville, Arkansas racer Dakota Cooper. Cooper and Converse, both drivers with over 3 victories here this season. Converse with 6 dubs here on the year. 2 laps to go. They continue to wage war for second as they hustle off into turns 1 and 2. Converse going to try to fit it down to the inside, has to evade the Uke tire and takes evasive action, and it bottles him up and loses at about 3 car lengths to the second place driver Cooper, who is trying to run down Brewer here in the late going on the final lap coming to the white. Converse drove his car into downtown Shreveport, Louisiana that time. They head off into 1. Can Cooper steal this one here in the late going? Not sure he's going to be able to do it. A major bobble there to the center point of 1 and 2 opens up the door for a comfortable ride through turns 3 and 4. Boy, Cooper drove it in deep once again. Final time off of 4 from Atlanta, Texas. Your winner of the Trophy Dash for the second straight week. The 10B of Eddie Brewer takes the dub. There he is, folks, climbing out. Give it up for Eddie Brewer from Atlanta, Texas in car number 10B. Eddie's excited. I said, get a word. He said, all right. Eddie, get a word with you. I'll let you take a picture first. Go ahead. You're already in formation. We'll make it quick here in just a second. Y'all give him a hand. Texarkana was calling Timberline. Eddie Brewer, you're winner of the Trophy Dash, Eddie.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, it kind of a wild start there, but third time was a charm, man. You jumped out front and never looked back.
Oh, yeah. It jumped out front, and then I was looking back. You can't say I wasn't looking back. I watched that whole battle between, I believe it was Cooper and Converse over there. Hey, Converse, you got enough of them, bud. Let me get that one. Golly,
That's a nice trophy.
That is a nice trophy. That's the second Trophy Dash this year, and both of them are the biggest trophies I've won.
Hey, I mean, you throw that one up on the mantle. That's all about the memories, man. I mean, the final race, you'll never forget the final race of the 2018 season, and that's where that one came from.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hopefully Lauren has the same success. She's going to drive my car in the heats in the feature tonight, Lauren Cromer.
She's a former driver here. She's competed and done pretty good in the past, but she took some time out from racing, has a hiatus, so I'm sure she's looking forward to that opportunity.
Oh, she's excited about that thing. She's probably even more excited now she's seen we drove pretty good out here.
You mentioned that you were looking at them behind you. Do you have a rear view in there or something?
No, I like to drive turned around, you know what I mean?
Hey, man, you're a trip and a class act, man. Let's hear about the folks that help you out in this machine here.
Brother-in-law pretty much builds everything for me. We bought this one race ready, but we done wrecked it. He done had to straighten the frame on it, put some new parts underneath it. But without him, I damn sure wouldn't be racing out here, bud.
I know you fund a lot of this stuff by your own back pocket. I want final thing real quick. If you don't mind me asking, how much do you have in this car total? For anybody that may be in the stands tonight that wants to get out here and race, I know this is the most affordable, economical class in dirt track racing locally. How much would you say you have in this thing?
I bought this car and a parts car for $1,100. It was race ready. I brought it out here last weekend. Most people probably remember it. I didn't even have numbers on it last weekend. I had just bought it at 5 o'clock that evening, brought it out here, waiting on Jesse Tate and Poor Boy Vinyl to bring us our numbers for it. But other than that, I mean, they told me I had to get some numbers before I brought it back out, but they was ready for me already.
Yeah, you was the only black car. I know who you are. Congratulations to you, man.
All right, thank you, bud.
Give it up for my folks from Atlanta, Texas. Eddie Brewer, your Trophy Dash winner. RaceOnTexas.com. We're going to go ahead and get this party officially started here with the first heat race of the night with Kelly Knighton on the pole in car number 39Z. Knighton and Frost. Scotty Hulshelbeck with the green flag in his hand. He'll wave it high over the 67 Speedway. We're underway. Heading off into 1 and 2 for the first time tonight. Down the back straightaway, it's a log jam. They're trying to go they're 2 by 2 by 2 all the way back to 6th. Into 3 and 4. It's a log jam. Who's going to lead lap number 1? Knighton around the hub of the racetrack. Frost right in the middle. Higher than Willie Nelson on a cross-country tour is Dustin Yount. They'll head off into 1 as Frost. The second generation racer will head down the back straightaway with the race lead. As they head off of 4 down the front boulevard. Into 1. Knighton holding off a strong charge from the 007 of Dustin Yount, who continues to punch the time clock and go to work. And around goes Chris Shaw. Chris Shaw lost the handle, but he stays on the loud pedal. He'll keep his green. Send them to promoter school. Into 3. Side by side for second still. Neil Kemp trying to hunt them down, but Yount finally disposes of the 39Z of Knighton and goes to second. Now Dustin. Dustin will set his sights now on the rear deck lid of the number 14 for the race lead. Wow. Dustin Yount, large and in charge tonight. He is charged around the hub of the Texarkana 67 Speedway and digging. And that outlaw chassis 007 as he heads off of 4 down the front boulevard with 4 and 4 laps to go. Heading off into 1. Yount, a little bit of a bobble that time. Neil Kemp still riding in a respectable 4th, trying to hunt down Knighton, who sits 3rd, as Yount still continues to go to work on the 14-2 for the race lead. As they roll off of 4, it'll be 3 laps to go. Here comes Dustin Yount for the race lead. He's got the golden gun ready to fire tonight. No blanks for 007. All bullets being fired as he heads down the back straightaway. Knocking on the back door like a trick-or-treater with a sweet tooth. He'll roll through turn number 3 and off of 4. Yount undoubtedly has the better car right now of the two. The driver of the Happy Tails Grooming sponsor 007 Outlaw chassis. He's got to run to the back door to the 14-2 for the race lead. He'll come up a little bit short. Into 3 and 4. It'll be the final quarter-mile trip around in the first heat of the night here in Texarkana for the factory stocks. And here comes Yount to the inside for the race lead. Yount's going to nose ahead for the race lead. He'll take that bottom preferred line away and slide up in front. He's got it. He's got the race lead. The 007 of Dustin Yount. He'll set his sights into 3 and 4 for the final time. He kept chipping away at it, and he'll roll off of 4 with some confidence. How about it for the 007 of Dustin Yount taking the victory? Well, Texarkana, you can't do much better than that to open the night for a heat. Making a final turn pass for the victory. The driver of the Happy Tails Grooming 007, firing no blanks all. Where's the Mike Wills fan at? It's Mighty Mike Wills, the 2-time track champion of the number 38 Outlaw. I'm sure. So, Jason Lishman's in the house tonight in the Lishman floor covering them fireworks there. Brandon Brown scored the victory after dethroning Skeet Amundsen, who led 19 laps without the final one that counted. My mistake, Logan Griffin is in car number 17. Did not mean to leave out the youngster Logan Griffin, that outlaw number 17. Is off before the 7-time Cajun Cruiser Classic winner Justin Whitehead leads. Going to be tough for them to dethrone 36J tonight, as he's not had the factory stock here the last several weeks, as Whitehead will try to score a victory tonight before he heads to Waco. So Whitehead, I imagine, it continues to lead here around Texarkana tonight, the final race of the 2018 season, the 17th and final night. That's once again on demand on raceontexas.com. Justin Whitehead's going to head to the heart of Texas Speedway in Waco, Texas this week for $11,000 to win for the IMCA Southern Sport Mods. And he'll be doing double duty with the factory stock down there as well. Justin Whitehead doing what Whitehead does. Throwing the keys on the counter to the front desk and checking out. He said, we'll holler at y'all later in the main event. You know a driver's pretty good when you go to the concession stand and not even know what's going on and come back and he's in fact leading. I'd have felt pretty dumb if he wasn't, but there he is. The white flag is out for Whitehead. Mike Wills having a solid run in second. Oh, he's pretty good. Wills with a solid second. They continue to wage war here for third. Final time off of turn number 4 for your winner. Out of Hooks, Texas, a 7-time Cajun Classic winner in this year's King of the Hill, Justin Whitehead in 36J. Mighty Mike Wills will take second in car number 38. Lichman holds off the 97 of Brandon Brown. The Hobby Sox getting ready to take the green and drop the hammer off of turn number 4 with green on the pole. Tyler Green hustles off into one. He loses it right in front of the field and he gets a major door slam. A T-bone. Rebel Shelby Franks, formerly Shelby Ward. So Shelby Ward Franks in car number 50. Lil Rebel in the 50. Outside of number 3 to be Daniel Jones from Texarkana to the X. And Patrick Durman. And the 2070 lights are out. We're ready to play. Here we go. And the ever-growing hobby stock division is underway here in Texarkana tonight. They brought a solid car count here the last several weeks and really been showing some stellar performances here. Jamie Jimbo Clayton is the winningest driver in this division all season long. He scored the victory here last Friday night in a very commanding fashion. As they continue to wage war for second, it's Starnes, the inside of Green. Green going to stay on the throttle, rolling right to the center off of turn number 4. At higher line momentum, working to his advantage. He brought his stance. He's going to send it to the outside of the 67 Speedway and smash the loud pedal. Here he comes. Putting the horses down to the Texarkana 67 Speedway Racing Service and making it look good and making it look well off of turn number 4. Relegating the number... Brandon Starnes, no relation to the great Texas racer Robbie Starnes. He'll work the hub and work it well off of turn number 4. Rolling that bottom lane to the inside of green. He'll race you clean. Tyler Green down the back straightaway. They're going to go out and continue to wage war for second. What a battle. Here in Texarkana. Your first hobby stock heat of the night. Jay Watson doing what Justin Whitehead just did in the previous heat for the factory stocks. Here in the hobby stock heat. G-O-N-E, he gone. Altitude heading down the back boulevard for the final time as a roll off of turn number 4, this time by into the flag stand with a face full of checkered flag. It's dominant for the driver in car number 61 of Jay Watson. He scores the victory. The battle for second coming to the line. Through 3 and off of turn number 4. Brandon Starnes to the inside. Green up top. He'll hold on and grab second. Tyler Green. Tyler Green says, sit down and take factory stock track champion at Arklay, Texas, JT. James Thompson at 85. Clint Shirtliff in the Jet Chassis Hobby Machine Shop, power number 54 from Falk. Jamie Jimbo Clayton from Texarkana. Keep your eyes on him. Justin Gilcrease at 69. What a race. It's Murderer's Row. We're underway. Danny Cathy in car number 33D. And throwback, old school, cool. It's the 0 of David Altum. Hello, David. How you doing? It's 1969 tonight. As they head off a turn 2 into 3 for the opening lap of the hobby stock heat race number 2, presented by Custom Coating and Fabrication. Goats around the hub. JT up top. He'll lead lap 1 and 85. James Thompson bobbled a little bit there through 1 and 2, and he'll set his sights down the back straightaway. Here comes Jamie Clayton. Jimbo doing the limbo. He'll go to the bottom of the racetrack and drive right underneath the number 85 for the top spot. Jamie got some dig there off the exit of corner number 2 with the 85, equally as impressive down the back straightaway. JT looking pretty strong and impressive to this point. He'll roll off of turn number 4 to the flag stand with the race lead in car number 85, and here comes Jimbo. It doesn't matter a time for Jimbo. Pulls a page out of the old Kimbo slice book, and he knocks the number 85 right out of the top spot. But well, we'll wait to see. The 85 of Thompson still has his foot on the throat of Jamie Clayton. '85 of Thompson by about a slim margin. Still has the top spot, but chipping away at the race lead is Jimbo Jamie Clayton. Jamie Clayton, the former North Louisiana State Championship winner of the old Champion Park Speedway in Minden, Louisiana back in 2009 into 1. The J3, Jamie Clayton trying to go back-to-back here at his home racetrack after winning here last Friday night. He'll dive to the inside, but here comes James Thompson down the back straightaway. Thompson has a head of steam. They'll go at it and wage war for the top spot through 3 and 4 here in Texarkana tonight. What a race brewing. Custom Coating and Fabrication heat race number 2. Woo, baby. Heading into 1. If you don't like this, guess what? You don't like dirt track racing. Jamie Clayton receiving pressure from James Thompson down the back straightaway in the turn. Thompson just drove the car almost all the way to Interstate 30 before he set it up to turn left. He'll head off of 4 down the boulevard to the white flag. This time, a shot in the shorts for Jamie Clayton, but it's going to hurt the advance of the number. Oh, he slipped up off of 2. Here comes Thompson. Who's it going to be, race fans? What a race. Thompson gets on the brakes a little bit there. He'll drive it to the inside. He'll get on the loud pedal. They'll drag race off before the line. A photo finish coming to your race fans, and it's going to be Clayton by half a cat's whisker. What a race. Oh, a half of a nose. B.J. Moore. Outside of B.J. Moore, your Trophy Dash winner tonight, the Wild Child, Jimmy Tubbs in 72. Inside of row number 2 from Texarkana, Arkansas, the 1J is Joey Weaver. Outside of Weaver, the 24B from Leary, Texas is Bailey Turner. Inside of 3 from Falk, the 60 of Chance Crabtree. And Trouble Sean Graham. In car number 121 for Jared Graves, and the IRP chassis were underway. Is that Brandon Rowland? I imagine he's not on the roster. It looks like Brandon Rowland's 4-car, unless he sold it. Nonetheless, they'll head down the back straightaway here on the opening lap of the IMCA Southern Sport Mod Heat. Wow, Jimmy Tubbs just drove the car into downtown Shreveport. And, man. Guys talk, you can just you can read their body language inside the car. It's one of the interesting things about about racing, isn't it? You can definitely tell when a guy's frustrated behind the cockpit. The lights are out, we're underway. They'll hustle into 1 and off of 2. Here comes Bailey Turner, though. Bailey Turner's going to throw his hat in the ring here. He says, I'll go ahead and bark up y'all's tree. Who wants to hop up here and crow? Off of turn number 4. And over the top of 3 goes the 1J of Weaver. And Jimmy Tubbs with another little rub-a-dub-dub there. Ran into the tail tank of the 2B of Turner. Knocked him a little cattywampus. Nonetheless, here comes trouble Sean Graham. He'll go to the inside of the number 2B for second of Turner. Oh, look out, Bailey. Oh, my goodness. Woo! That could have been ugly. What a save. What a save. Holy smokes. Bailey Turner looking like a 3-legged dog in an icy lake trying to corral that number 2B car. Finally gets it back into the ballpark and headed straight. He is driving a little hot underneath the collar now. As Sean Graham, he punches the time clock himself and goes to work under the Hitman Designs Jared Graves Motorsports number 121 Ingles Racing Performance chassis. He'll head off into 3. Sean Graham going to be heading down to Waco for the big Southern Sport Mod Nationals presented by Hoosier Tire Southwest and JC Promotions. What a major feather in the cap it would be for him as he is hustling right now on that 121 for Jared Graves. If he could get in here and score a dub, Graham is a proven winner in this division as he drove that car very deep off into the corner. Every lap so very valuable to Sean Graham in this car, as this is his 3rd time total to drive this entry, but the first time here in Texarkana. He'll set his sights on the back deck lid of the number 00, a pair of IRPs built by Jason Hill. Here comes Sean Graham for the race lead. Comes up a little bit short. He'll head off of 4, down the boulevard with 2 laps to go. Sean Graham continues to go to work once again. He'll drive it, and he stays stuck right around the hub of the racetrack with BJ Moore not done. BJ Moore gonna try to fight back to the outside of Sean Graham for the race lead. Look at that move by BJ. I thought he was gonna try to check the brakes and drive back underneath, but Graham slides up in front of the nose with the white flag out. The final trip into 1 and 2. BJ Moore gonna hustle it and finds the deck. He got the car to rotate. Here comes BJ Moore. Final time off of 2 down the back straightaway. Wow, shot out of an absolute rocket ship from NASA. Into turn number 3. Graham around the BJ Moore gonna dethrone him on the fall. They make contact. Graham, oh my goodness. BJ Moore hard into the front straightaway wall. Hard contact for BJ Moore. Oh my goodness. BJ Moore. And if that wasn't wild, what was finishing up to be a fantastic race, we need to get BJ Moore checked out here, folks. That was a hard hit. I don't believe that was obviously intentional, folks. Graham slid up off the bottom. They were racing hard for the win. And, folks, I guarantee you Sean didn't mean to get into him. He's going to be the first to... So we'll kick the tires and light the fires and get the party restarted here off of 4 with the Hope Arkansas racer. Speaking of the Clintons, off of 4 on the straightaway. Oh, well, speaking of Hope Arkansas and the Clintons, R.J. Stroman going to dispose of Patrick Franks quicker than a Hillary email down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Final time, rolling through 3 and off of turn number 4, dominating once again here on a heat race on this Friday night. R.J. Stroman scores the victory. International Motor Competition Association, they go 3 wide down the back straight of the 70 of the Paris, Texas racer. Michael Rhodes got to slide up in front of him. He got the Walmart special 3 for the price of 1 off of 4. The 70 leads. The 70 of the Paris, Texas racer, driving the Team Richardson Motorsports Addiction chassis, has the race lead down the back straightaway. And the youngster, Kachow, the Hot Springs, Arkansas racer, he's eating. It's Keaton Atkinson, who got a little cattywampus there off of turn number 4, opens up the door for Drew Armstrong. The saw on the wheel to go to work and clench the teeth to the inside of the number 24 of the Dirtworks Built Right Motorsports entry. Here comes the youngster Keaton Atkinson on the loud pedal down the back straight. They even the way and go door to door as the caution flag waves. Oh boy. So Michael Rhodes has the quick crowd out front in the lead. They'll hustle into 1. Here comes Drew Armstrong to the inside for the race lead. Back to about week 1, we said it for the first time. Says, do you want to hop up here, Crow? I am strong. Drew Armstrong trying to go to the inside for the race lead. Coming up a little bit short there that time, though. Michael Rhodes continues to hold the door shut and locks the door. Throws the deadbolt on it now, but Armstrong beating on the door like King Kong. He'll try to roll straight to the inside of him, and he does, but not yet able to take over the race lead. King Kong Drew Armstrong taking over the top spot by half a cat's whisker, but the 70 of Michael Rhodes rolling back to the outside of him. He's back on the loud pedal. A bold power move by the 70 of Michael Rhodes. Yeah, baby. Michael Rhodes. Oh, I tell you what. He's got Dorothy pretty happy. He'll take the yellow brick road here. He'll roll through 3 and off of turn number 4, using that middle line and way up top momentum. He'll hammer it off of 4, but Drew Armstrong by a little bit of about a half of one of my phalanges had take over the top spot. Down the back straight. Here comes Rhodes. What a will of a race. I'm telling you what, folks. What races we have been treated to here for the final race of 2018 here as the white flag waves. Setting ourselves up for a photo finish, race fans, as Michael Rhodes sends it back. Oh, he bobbled just a little bit, opens up the door for the final time into 3 and 4 for the driver of the Swindale Speed Lab. Larry Shaw chassis, 0-1A of Drew Armstrong, and the Day Motorsports Injury scores the victory after a hell of a race with the 70 of Michael Rhodes from Paris. There's certainly a lot of fun each and every week. You never know who's going to win. And that's what makes it a lot of fun. And I promise you, I'll tell you about them. Yep. Oh my goodness, Converse hard on the front straightaway wall at the flag stand. Holy smokes. I did not see it. I looked up and here he come. My goodness gracious. I'll let you hear the end of that, but that was a quick post-race interview at Boot Hill Speedway last Saturday night with Michael King Jr. As we go lights out, back green flag racing here in Texarkana for your 4-cylinder heat race and number 2. Or wait, heat race number 1, my mistake. And Willisville, Arkansas racer Dakota Cooper has the race lead as they hustle off into 3 and 4 for the first time. A restart of this one. After a wild, gnarly crash on the front straightaway with Justin Converse, who, well, he's usually in his own universe and back to Pluto, but tonight he was hanging out with the stars. He saw some stars right there in front of his face tonight as got his bell rung a little bit, but glad that Justin is okay and he lives to fight to tell about it and race another day. The 13 J car from Hooks, Texas of Jesse Tate going to work. Jesse Tate setting the sights on the Willisville, Arkansas racer, Dakota Cooper, for the race lead. As they send him off in the 3-4, it's going to be a two-way tango, takeaway, breakaway for the lead. And between those two to settle the score. Tick-tock goes the race clock, the center of the hourglass, slipping away for Jesse Tate, but Tate hustling and using that momentum on the higher side of the racetrack. He'll send it off and drive it much deeper off into the corner. He'll pick up some gains on the tilt tank of Dakota Cooper. It will be half in, 4 in and 4 laps. 4 and 4 laps to go. Hustling into 1 and 2. Folks, this right here is prime example. Obviously, I'm about to make a very obvious and a here's your sign Bill Engvall type statement. You only need 2 cars to make a race. Here's your sign. Off of 4. Dakota Cooper, though, holding back the advances of the Jesse Tate. Tate gonna hustle once again off into 1 and 2, kicking up the rooster tails around the hub of the racetrack. He couldn't have gone any lower than a mudcat in the Red River that time. Dakota Cooper hugging the hub and hugging it well. But here comes Jesse Tate. Oh boy, we're about to settle the score. Into 1. Uh-oh. Well, looked like the steering wheel came out of his hand there for a split second or something. I'm not sure. Dakota Cooper, though, one of the drivers who won 3 straight races here back around the SmackDown in June. From June the 11th to June the 23rd, won three consecutive here at the speed plant. As Jesse Tate comfortably out front with the advantage, holding on to the top spot here by a wide margin. As we send him into 3 and 4. And wind the waning laps of this one down to the history books off of 4. The final lap, anyway, to the checkered flag from Scotty Hosselfate. Jesse Tate wins in 13J. So we're going to go lights out with the second 4-cylinder heat race of the night here in Texarkana. And it's a full field. I don't think we can wind this one down to 2 cars, but let's hope not. Initially on the pole, it'll be Wyatt Pate from Texarkana, Texas, who hustles off with the race lead into turns 1 and 2. Michael King Jr. already sets his sights on 3rd. Goes to work, punches the time clock. He disposes of the 4R Perkins. Down the back straightaway in the turn number 3. Michael King got a hustle out of the inside of the young lady, the 21M of Texarkana's Morgan Powell. Morgan Powell, though, she is tough as nails. The young lady who don't mind getting a little dirt on her boots. She'll head off into 1. With the youngster, the 17-year-old, hustling to her inside. He'll dispose of her. Speaking of Morgan Powell. And the 14 junior of Michael King. Now we're going to hunt down the tail tank of the number 3. The Dale Earnhardt letter 3 of Wyatt Pate from Texarkana. Wyatt not going to go away quiet. Down the back straightaway, Michael King Jr. trying to get his 6th straight victory between 3 different speed plants around the Arklatex. He'll hustle to the inside of the number 3 car. And into 1. They look like they made a little bit of slight contact, but I'm not sure they really touched. As Pate now driving the car very hard into 1. It does not pay dividends as the 14 junior right to the top spot where he typically finds himself. Not sure any driver has more confidence and momentum coming into tonight's action than this one. The 17-year-old from El Dorado out front with the lead with 4 and 4 laps to go. Bank rolls in the pockets of his jeans. He's King. Michael King out front with the race lead. Wyatt Pate still holding on to a comfortable 2nd now. Can only stalk the tire tracks of the 14 junior and try to reel him back in, but he's running out of time. Morgan Powell with the young lady has her hands full with Perkins. She's able to roll through 1 and 2 with a lot of momentum that time. Holds back. Again, one more correction and my mistake. That is Danny Rambo in the 4R car, not Perkins. So my mistake there. Danny Rambo in the red and blue number 4 car. White flag, final trip around for the youngster Michael King Jr. trying to get his 6th straight victory after facing some adversity earlier tonight. Breaking some suspension on the front end of the trophy dash. So he won't get the Brew Mountain Sweep, but for what it matters and what it counts, he'll win the race and the heat race that matters. To set himself up for tonight's outside pole position in the main event. El Dorado, Arkansas's Michael King Jr. scores victory in commanding fashion. He dominates. Second to the line, the 3 of Wyatt Pate. We're at the bridesmaids, followed by the young lady Morgan Powell in 21M. Here, Kyle, but I don't dislike Kyle Busch. I think he's very talented. I think he's a crybaby, though. Okay.
Where's this bike at?
I have no idea, but we're going with factory stock right with Dustin Yount trying to get his first win of his career here at 67 tonight. With the 7-time KJ Classic winner, Justin Whitehead to the outside on 36 day. The lights are out. We're underway. Oh! Kind of a wild start as they hit off into 1. They got bottled up a little bit. Here comes Dustin Yount. He'll fire out of a cannon down the back straightaway off of 2. Watch Brandon Brown in 97. Brown in the 97 trying to dispose of a couple of them and come to the front as they're side by side for the race lead. Dustin Yount going to work to the inside of Whitehead. What a race so far here on the opening lap. Hey, you got to give credit when credit is due, and Dustin Yount is wheeling it right now to the inside of 36J for the race lead. Into turn number 3, Justin Whitehead. Going to send it down to the middle part of the 67 Speedway, find some dig, and try to hold on to the top spot. They're still side by side for the race lead. Wow. That's impressive. That's very, very impressive for Dustin Yount. But he'll continue to fight. Back to the inside of the 36J of Justin Whitehead for the race lead. On RaceOnTexas.com. On demand here at Texarkana tonight off of 4. Down the front boulevard they come. The let's set on Dustin Yount still out front or trying to hold on to the lead. What a race to this point. I don't know that we could give enough credit and enough recognition or props to Dustin Yount for what a battle that he is displaying right now on 36J. And Dustin Yount's going to slide up in front and he'll take the race lead. Wow. Dustin Yount has come to play tonight. And Whitehead. I have not seen many drivers, much less past 36J all season, but throw him into his hip pocket and into the rearview mirror. Whitehead gonna flirt with the hub of the racetrack this time off of the turn number 2 as they head down the back straightaway. The driver who won last season's non-winners race at Arkansas Speedway. The only race in his career that he had won, but the former beginner cruiser driver who began his racing career back in 2013. Dustin Yount. I have never seen him drive with this tenacity. I mean, this is impressive, like unbelievably impressive. Whitehead nearly lost the handle there. He got it back ironed out, but he shoots out of a rifle off the exit of turn number 2. Look at that run that 36J got. Whitehead with a major run into turn number 3, trying to pull back to the 007. Not long ago, Dustin Yount acquired this Outlaw chassis. This is unreal. This is your true underdog Cinderella story. It's just a Friday night here in Texarkana. But what a Friday night that it would be, and what a celebration for the driver of the 007 of Dustin Yount. Dustin Yount could get the biggest win of his career tonight, and nobody could take it away from him whenever he dethrones the 36J car. And I think that he is going to do it, barring a mechanical setback or a failure. Barring a catastrophe, 007 has the best car to this point, but we are only working down to 50% into the books, 50% to go. 10 in, 10 laps to go for the new Boston, Texas racer, Dustin Yount. What a absolute race this is. As Taylor Frost is in third, Brandon Brown going to work with Lishman. Here comes Whitehead. Whitehead pulling back to the back bumper for the race lead. Whitehead knocking on the back door like a trick-or-treater with a sweet tooth. Off of 4, down the front boulevard they come. James Bond out front. The GoldenEye 007. Bobbled a little bit there off the exit of 2, opens up the door for 36J once again as they approach lap traffic. Lap traffic about to become a major factor. Oh, Whitehead throwing the needle down to the inside. Oh, baby. Wesley Burris. Slow right in front of your leader. Justin Whitehead bottles him up a little bit there in the 1 and 2. I don't know. It looked like to me Yount may have had a flat left rear, but I could be mistaken. What a race this is with 8 laps to go this time. Lap traffic going to become another factor here in the 1 and 2. They'll dispose of number 13 and throwing down a lap. Yount not able to dispose of him. This is what we come and pay our hard-earned dollars to see good dirt track racing for. If you don't like what you're seeing right now, race fans, you don't like dirt track racing. Off of turn number 4, down the front boulevard, Whitehead. Unbelievable. There's a thin line right now between love and hate. And Dustin Yount on the verge of loving himself in Victor Lane, but he may be hating himself. He allows 36J to roll to the outside. Here comes Whitehead. He'll slam the door shut again. Dustin Yount. Every weekend, as the battle for third is heating up as well. A caution is not what we want to see, but it could get wild if Brandon Brown throws his hat into the ring. 6 laps to go this time by for Dustin Yount, but here comes Whitehead back to the outside. Unbelievable. I kid you, this is unbelievable. We're looking at a driver right now who has never won here to the racetrack that he calls home. And the driver that has won more times than any other driver since the start of 2012. 160 wins for the driver of the 36J of Whitehead. And off of 4, here he comes. We're shaping up maybe for race of the year here in Texarkana on raceontexas.com. Whitehead's gonna split the gap down the back straightaway and hammer the throttle to the outside of 007 for the race lead. You've got a Danny and a Donnybrook special brewing tonight. And we stay green. No harm, no foul. And Whitehead gonna wrestle the race lead away. And Yount says, I ain't done yet with you, Justin. He'll slam it back to the inside for the top spot. He'll smash the lap, but Justin Whitehead too strong up top. Whitehead too strong up top. He'll separate himself by a car length into 3 and off of 4. Yount gonna continue to roll the hub of the racetrack this time by off of 4. Down the front straightaway they come. Lap traffic in front of the nose of 36J. Yount, what a flawless race as Whitehead's getting bottled up. It's not going to ball him down enough. You got to give him a hand, Texarkana, when they roll through 3 and off of 4, but Yount may not be done yet. Final time. You got to give it up for him. Justin Whitehead wins his 161st race since the start of 2012. Unbelievable racing tonight. Now, come on. Man, what a race, folks. If you don't, hey, send Dustin Yount over here, please, for an interview. Send Dustin Yount, please. He deserves that, man. He deserves that much. I mean, that's almost like a win. He had 36J relegated to second. I mean, look, I've watched Dustin Yount's career start and get to the point that he was at tonight. That was impressive what he just did there, folks. And when he comes down here on the front straightaway, he races every single time for his dad, who he lost to cancer, like not even 2 years ago. This is about Justin Whitehead winning this race tonight, but he deserves some credit as well for what a flawless race he drove. Climbing out of the car from Hooks, Texas, Justin Whitehead, Victor Lane, Texarkana. Justin, yeah, that's sportsmanship right here. Don't you love it? Just let's stay right here. Well, I'll try to get closer for these Race on Texas cameras so they'll be squared up here. Man, where do I start? Let's talk about the finish. Dustin Yount just drove, I'd say, the best race of his career. He won that non-winners race in Vivian last year. He's still been trying to get his first one here at his home track. You've been the man to beat. Boy, he would have sure had a feather in his cap, but that's got to give him some confidence. What an absolute race, though. I mean, what an absolute race.
To be fair, his line went away on him. He was throwing a bunch of dust up on the top of the racetrack, and he was driving through it and got up there to the top, and it finally blew off and up on the bottom to make the top faster. Experience, I mean, yes, you take the lead on the bottom like that, you'll never give it up, and he did a very good job. I tried several times to go up underneath him with no chance whatsoever.
I think that, maybe just the gene in you that separates you from maybe a lot of other guys out here. Like, you are never going to give up on a win. Like, you know how much he's been hungry to get a victory. You are not going to let anybody have one of these things. So they're going to earn it.
Oh yeah, he had that one in the bag. It's just part of it. Unfortunately, he's in one of our cars now. He was fast tonight. He by far had the better car.
I was actually about to ask you. That was a segue into what I was about to ask you. Does that make you proud? Give you some sense of pride for him? Make you proud that he's been one of your cars, and boy, what a run he had. It's got to make you proud.
Man, he's just going to get better from here on out. It's probably his 5th night in it, and that's kind of scary because he was really, really fast tonight.
First time the factory stock seen the racetrack since you won $10,000 at Boot Hill. I'm sure you've just kind of taken your time. You've really focused on the limited late. You've really hit on stuff at the limited. I see that it's parked in the box. and getting ready for Waco next week. You're bringing both cars down there. Last year, top qualifier in the limited. You won 2 in the factory. You got to be heading back down there with a lot of confidence. Both cars have won here lately.
Oh, yeah, we'll have them both down there.
I'll give you the opportunity to thank the fans. I mean, of course, them, but thank your sponsors.
Thanks, fans, of course. A&T Delivery, Hadaway's Towing, Sames Ford, Pro One Transmission, Spencer & Son Timber, Phone Pros, my wife, my daughter, Thompson Motorsports Course for the Austin car, Best Engines for the Power, of course, and Outlaw Race Cars.
Final race of 2018, man. Outstanding job this year. Thanks for all the great shows you put on, man.
Thank you.
Justin Whitehead and Victor Lane. Give it up for him, race fans. Dustin Yount, runner-up tonight. Dude, what a race you just drove, man. I watched you in the first race you ever drove at Billy White's Timberline Speedway in the beginner cruiser class, and watched your progression. What a drive, man. I mean, really, you put chill bumps on my spine, on my arms tonight, man. What a race. I know Dad is super proud of you.
It's all for him, man. I can't even speak, man. It's all for him.
I know it is, and I seen that in you out there racing, man, and that's why I wanted to stop you, overcome with emotion, but that's what this is all about. Last race here at Texarkana, and by God, if you weren't about to go out on top, and I'd say that this is a win in itself, man. 36J is the baddest man on the planet in these factory stocks, and you dang near just dethroned him.
I'm going to work on it. We're going to put some work in it now.
What did you do this week? I mean, I know you've been chasing it the first couple weeks. This is the 5th start in it now?
5th start in this car. I haven't touched it since Timberline. I didn't even wash it.
How'd you run over there? I wasn't there.
4th.
That was impressive. I'm telling you right now, it's very rare. I mean, it seems to be rare. You don't want to blow too much sunshine up his rear end, but hey, he's good, and you put on a good show.
He's the best in these cars.
There ain't no doubt about it. I mean, he has a 161 wins. Y'all give it up for him, folks. Dustin Yount. Sometimes I'm speechless. And James Thompson are not eligible for the 200 because they both put up 100. They're still going to put on a show and come from the back. It don't make a difference to us whether they get 1,000 or 200 or no money. So they're going to put on a show. We'll see what happens with Kathy on the front row with Shelby Ward. Here we go. They're going to go 2 by 2 and 3 wide for 5th off of turn number 4. Now on the front boulevard, heading off into 1. Hustling. Then Jet Chassis, Hobby Machine Shop, power number 54. Clint Shirtliff has the race lead. Down the back straightaway, heading into turn number 3. The 5-4. What a race we've got from second on back. It is interesting right now as the Jet Chassis car number 5-4 of Clint Shirtliff, who is a bad man in his own right. He's been tough in this class. Had a solid performance here. A second place when Neil Kemp won here last month. And tonight. Oh no. I need the fan on. It's so hot. I'm trying to fix my air conditioner unit. It ain't working. So we're going to get the party restarted. Here we go. Here comes James Thompson for the race lead. James Thompson, number 85, going to work to the inside for the top spot. Jamie Clayton got bottled up there. Here comes JT. The 54. Oh, they make contact. The 54 of Shirtlift. The last time out here, when James Thompson was so very impressive and got up front and battled for the win. Broke off, heading off into 1 and 2. That was 2 weeks ago when Hatfield won, and the 54 looks like he has trouble. Clint Shirtlift may have problems. And here comes Roger Dodger, Chris Rogers. Unbelievably stellar performance and an undeniable performance to the front. As they're 3 wide for fourth. 3 wide for fourth. Off the turn 4. They're still 3 wide. Still 3 wide. And here comes Jay Watson in the number 61 car. As James Thompson still continues to lead here. One off the exit of turn number 2 is around. No harm, no foul. We'll stay clean and green. James Thompson trying to redeem himself from a performance that he had here a couple of weeks ago. And the stellar run that he had tonight, $200 courtesy of James Thompson Trucking and Thompson Motorsports, as well with Jamie Clayton and Alliance for him to throw some extra cash on the line for the hard charger. Thompson would undoubtedly be the man with the hard charger award right now. However, we'll have to see how it pans out as the 69 exits the back straightaway and heads to the pit area. Heartbreak Hotel for Rogers. Working down to it. Tick-tock goes the racing clock. What an absolute dominant performance. Didn't even get the call the majority of that race because I was trying to fix the AC, but nonetheless, speaking of AC, he's going to put a heater on the 67 Texarkana Speedway and fist pump coming to the racetrack out the window for the number 85 of James Thompson. The Thompson Motorsports 85 Outlaw Chassis scores a very popular and commanding victory tonight. In respect to all those other competitors, of course, everybody drove a flawless race. The 85 of James Thompson was just that much better tonight. He started dead last, or second to final row. And boy, is this a shot in the arm and a feather in the cap and a sense of redemption for what happened here a couple of weeks ago. For the driver to the number 85. From Mod, Texas and the raceontexas.com, Thompson Motorsports. James Thompson Trucking, number 85 for JT. James Thompson and 85. Hey, James. Hey, we're going to get James has got to come over here anyway and throw a cup into the stands for me. It ain't no rush. Hey, it's the last race of the year. We're going to get the good out of it.
I try not to rip my pants. You know, if I rip my pants, that would be a problem.
Give it up for him, race fans, in Victory Lane here tonight at Texarkana's James Thompson in 85. Got the kiddo in the hand here. Man, I don't know if a couple weeks ago gave you a sense of redemption, or to come out here and get some redemption for what happened here a couple of weeks ago when you got like 4 different lead change, or 6 different lead changes, 4 different leaders in that race. What a stellar run you had here. Had to give you confidence coming in tonight, man. What a run you just put on here from all the way to the tail to the point you checked out.
Yes, sir, I sure did. Jimbo told me at the beginning for the night we ever started that they was wanting to go and invert everybody, and I'm having a heck of a time tonight. I can't be more happier than I am right now.
I see that, man. It's good to see you back, man. You took a little bit of time off from racing. Justin built this awesome hobby stock car. You're looking really good in these hobby stocks. I mean, obviously you've been awesome in the factories. You won a track championship in Vivian. These hobby stocks seem to really suit James Thompson. What is it about this car?
Groove tires.
Yeah. Superman tires is what they call them in other parts of the world.
Yeah, that's no joke. Well, and it's also kind of funny, you know, this is my old factory stock.
It is.
Yes. And Justin got tired of it after his couple of races, and I told him I wanted it back, so I'm kind of glad I bought it back.
Give yourself some credit, though, James. I mean, you just drove the wheels off of this thing tonight.
Yes, sir. I had a pretty good time. I can't be more happier than I am right now. I got to thank, though, my wife, my kids, Best Engines, Outlaw Race Cars, everybody that helps me. I mean, Justin and them, they got my factory ready this week for me to go to Waco this coming up week, and I mean, I just can't ask for better people.
You know what? I think Justin Whitehead and the Whitehead family would say the same thing about you, man. A lot of people aren't aware of all the stuff you do for dirt track racing, man. It's pretty awesome. This is fan appreciation night, but a driver appreciation. Thank you for all you do for this sport. I mean, you sponsor so much stuff in this sport, man, and you don't ever really get the credit you deserve. And it's awesome to see guys like you just wheel that thing up to the front, man, because you absolutely you laid it all on the line tonight.
Yes, I sure did.
Congratulations. Who's this little one here?
This is my granddaughter, Addie. Can you say hi, baby? Say hi.
Hi, Addie. She's cute. Congratulations to you, James. If anybody's deserving of a win, it's you, bud.
Thank you.
Good up for him, folks. James Thompson scores the victory tonight in the hobby stocks. A Stroman Racing chassis number 88 with a Mopar power plant built by Chuck Priestley and Best Engines underneath the hood. It's R.J. Stroman, the showman from New Boston in 88. So we're going to go lights. Wow, BJ Moore made it back. That's pretty impressive. Lights are out. 20 laps. Here we go. Oh, baby. Jimmy Tubbs right in front of the entire field. We got a Walmart and a Target parking lot. Good work, bud. All right, so we're going to go to an original restart with Chase Morgan and the Wild Child. Jimmy Tubbs going to give it one more shot as we'll send him off at turn number 4 and go to the green. And 20 laps of distance, we're underway in Texarkana. As Tubbs got a big run there to the outside, down the back straightaway, heading into turn number 3 on the opening lap. Who leads lap number 1 here in Texarkana, your IMC Southern Sport Mod main event? Off of turn number 4, down the front boulevard to the line. Jimmy Tubbs leads lap 1. He goes way up top that time, and here comes the Leary Texas racer Bailey Turner. Burn and turn. Here comes Aaron Roy. Here comes Trouble Sean Graham in 121. Oh, baby, right in front of the entire field. Look out, Brandon Rowland. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Oh my goodness. For the 11,000 win Hoosier Tire Southwest Southern Sport Mod Nationals. Me and my buddy Nick Robbins will be broadcasting it live Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. If you can't be there, please tune in and join us. Lights are going to go out. We're underway with Leary, Texas racer Bailey Turner. Good restart for Graham. Here comes Rapid Roy. Aaron Roy going to go to the inside for the race lead. Aaron Roy going to flirt down to the inside of the number 2B for the race lead. Sean Graham has a broke left front. Trying to get on the binders to slow that 121 machine down, and he will. And pull her down to the infield. Roy got another bite down off the fourth. Here comes Aaron Roy. As RJ Stroman now going to go to work. Look out, RJ. The number 60 lost the handle right there as Crabtree lost it. Bailey Turner hooked up and digging up top. RJ Stroman riding in, reflecting up the services on the racetrack. 88 cars coming now. He has nothing left to lose but to absolutely throw that thing to the floorboard and lay it on the mat. Here comes Aaron Roy. Aaron Roy rolling the hub and rolling it well. He'll go back to the inside. Comes up short. RJ Stroman is coming to the front with his head on fire, rolling like a yo-yo with no strings. He'll head off a two and down the back straight with a sight set to the ridiculous. Here comes Aaron Roy. Aaron Roy going to sit it up top and find some dig, find some bite. And he's going to roll off a 4 and he's going to take, no he's not. You got to love it. And all of a sudden RJ Stroman's going to throw his hat into the ring and become a player. What a race we've got. Down the back straight away. He's going to dispose of the number 2B and throw him into his hip pocket. Here comes RJ Stroman now. He'll throw his hat into the ring and once again pull to the outside. And this is unbelievable. They're a three-way tango, a trio of cars. Looking it out for the top spot for the victory here tonight for the final race of 2018. 3 different lanes wide at the 67 Texarkana Speedway in a Donnybrook special. Back to back to back. We've had fantastic races tonight, and Bailey Turner surrenders the top spot as Roy got a little loose there as RJ Stroman's all the way into the back bumper and him down the front boulevard. This is unreal. Heading into 1. Roy has that 35 car hung out, and he is digging. Hanging it all out tonight is the Red Lick Texan Aaron Roy in the Texarkana Emergency Center DE Rafts. The Roy Performance Power built by his father Alan underneath the hood. Lap traffic won't become a factor in this race as the 88 slipped up there off the exit, opened up the door for Turner, but now they're top 3. They have strung out about a car length between themselves as they roll through 3 and off of turn number 4 this time by. Tick-tock goes the racing clock. Here comes Stroman. He'll cross lines. He'll dive it down to the inside for the race lead. RJ Stroman going to ride to the inside of the number 35. He bobbles and has to check the brakes. Check the throttle just a little bit as we roll. He'll continue and he'll hug the hub and hug it well this time off of turn number 4. RJ Stroman and double 8. This is fun. This is good. If this don't get the flagman, the concession stand workers, and everybody here fired up, well, you came to the wrong place tonight. You flip RJ backwards to JR is just rolling, baby. RJ Stroman is just rolling to the inside of the number 35, and he can't still get the job done. Aaron Roy, he is on the edge of disaster tonight. Driving with reckless abandon as RJ Stroman. 5 laps to go to settle the score between themselves. The 33-year-old Aaron Roy down the back straightaway with his sights set on the 26-year-old driver out of New Boston. 26-year-old RJ Stroman with the race lead in car number 88. Facing a little bit of adversity tonight. What did he have to lose? Didn't settle to be complacent. The race for the points like we talked about during intermission, during fan appreciation time. He said, I got to go ahead and go and get this championship statewide and track-wide. Three laps to go. Unless Aaron Roy could pull a rabbit out of the hat, and I wouldn't count it out. He's trying to find something. Trying to find some dig. He is not the 8-time reigning track champion here for nothing in the limited modified division. Down the front straight away come for 2 laps to go. Aaron Roy has won 8 straight limited modified titles here. If he wants to get this win, he's going to have to go, and he's got to go now. No time to be wasted. And he just broke. Tough break for the Red Lake Texan, Aaron Roy, who just went up and smoked, or showed a puff. That ain't good. Cross. He had to face some adversity tonight. He comes all the way back from the tail. R.J. Stroman takes the victory in Texarkana tonight. That was impressive. What a race that Aaron Roy, Bailey Turner. Oh, Lord. What a race those guys just put on, folks. Y'all got to give them a hand, especially from the 88 machine, or the 88 driver from New Boston, Texas. I always say you flip RJ backwards, it's JR. He was just rolling. He was rolling that outside pretty well. We talked during intermission, and here he comes from New Boston, Texas, R.J. Stroman in victory lane. Mama's fired up.
They'll give you fan hugs.
You know, those are those kind of races that one day you'll look back and you'll talk about and celebrate. You know, you're going to celebrate this tonight. This is one you're going to look back and certainly appreciate how it unfolded. Get down in there with BJ Moore. The 4-car lost it in front of the field. You had nowhere to go. Had a flat. Pops, having an awesome team down there. Changes the tire. You get back out. And I'm telling you, you drove back to the front, hot underneath the collar with your head on fire. What a performance.
Oh, man. That's a hell of a way to seal up a championship.
It was.
Oh, yeah, but down there in one, I never saw it. It was just a big old dust cloud, and then that 4-car was sitting there, and I tried to miss him, but, geez, that was a hard hit, too. I hated it took out so many cars.
I mean, were you thinking to yourself, from your vantage point from where you're sitting, I mean, you can't see the damage on the car, but imagine your dad's telling you that it's pretty tore up. Hey, I mean, he's just saying, RJ, just go out there and hang it all out. I mean, I'm sure you're thinking from your perspective what they'll have to lose. I'm either going to lose this championship, one maybe, or I just go out here and just lay it on the mat and go for broke, and what do I have to lose?
Yeah, if I was going to lose it, I was going to go down fighting. I was not going to let it just slip away. If the tires were still pointing the right direction, we were going to race.
How'd the car feel?
Front end's a little loud. It got a little tight, but, I mean, what can you say? That Stroman chassis works pretty good.
Yeah, you're not going to show up in Waco next week with that bumper like that, but I'm telling you, and you had the big dog grilling up top tonight. That Mopar best engine was digging, man. And you and Aaron Roy, man, what a great race that was between all of you guys. Turner, I mean, that's got to be a lot of fun to get the blood flowing as well.
Oh, yeah, that was a blast. It's been a few years since me and Aaron battled like that. Man, that brought back some memories. It was fun. It was a great race with him.
Like I said, testament to a great race team, man. If it weren't for your mom, the support from your dad, and down there to change that tire, you wouldn't be standing here in Victory Lane. Let's hear about all those additional folks as well that help you out to get you there to Victory Lane.
Oh yeah, my parents, they're everything behind this. If it wasn't for their support, we wouldn't be able to be out here. They gave me an opportunity to chase my dreams, and well, we got one of them tonight. And but yeah, Pew's Auto Salvage, he's been behind me since day one, whenever I was still racing go-karts even. And Chuck at Best Engines, I mean, what can you say? Best Engines, they really are the best. And DuPont Shocks, he's been with me for years. I hated to see that he's shutting doors, but you got to do what you got to do. But he's a great guy. He's helped me out a ton. He's taught me a lot about shocks, and it's paid off this year. And I want to thank everybody here at 67 Speedway. Some of y'all that have been coming out here for a long time know that I have a little bit of a rough past with this place, but I gave it another chance with the Gardeners, and man, I don't regret it one bit. This has been one heck of a year, and man, it's all kind of emotions going through right now.
It's pretty awesome, RJ, especially, spoken like a true class act. Final thing we get the good out of it, the last race of the year. We talked about it down here, just so all these folks are here. You're going to head down and try to chase down 11,000 next week. No pressure on you, obviously. You've got a really good race car. You've got to have a lot of confidence going over there, and you get to represent, your home state and everything. I'm sure you've got to be as confident as you've been. You've won the 3,000 limited modified nationals before. You're no stranger to Victory Lane in these big paying races. How confident are you going over there?
I feel good with where the car's at right now. There's going to be a lot of really fast cars there, but, you know, after tonight, every race I show up at now is just for fun. If the car works anything like it has been the last couple of weeks, it ought to be fun.
130 of your fastest friends will be there. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Give it up for folks from New Boston, RJ Stroman and Victor Lane. And your points champ, we're going to get the man with the plan. The Golden Pipes of Cole Burleson into the booth for this one here. But hey, the 40 of Jesse Schwitman going to get on the lap pedal and get this main event for the IMSA Sport Modifieds underway. So down the back straightaway here over the opening lap. Atkinson got disposed of there quick. And into the booth for this one. Go, and then in the inside, Cole Burleson, the 0-1 of Armstrong. Here he comes.
As Drew Armstrong rolling out in fourth place there, trying to get a run on Mike Morris. As Mike Morris gets loose and lets Jesse Schwetman and the number 70 of, who is that? Michael Rhodes. They battled out. You can throw a blanket over the entire front half of the field right now. Three wide coming out of turn 4. Drew Armstrong looking to the outside, trying to get a good run on everybody. Keaton Atkinson running in the 5th place. As Drew Armstrong goes around the outside to take the lead from Mike Morris. Mike Morris, it is no stranger to running up front, has been a veteran at this track, ran out here for many years, looking to have a nice solid finish. As Keaton Atkinson goes off the back straightaway and comes back in the 4th position there, battling with Jesse Schwetman. Drew Armstrong in the 0-1A seems to have checked out and put a sizable lead on the field there. As the field seems to get lined out now, everybody knows the tail going around the track.
Down the back straightaway.
As your modified field seems to fan out, it is Drew Armstrong out front with a sizable lead. Michael Rhodes in the 70 car running in second. Keaton Atkinson in third. Mike Morris in fourth, and Jesse Schwetman rounding out your top 5. Has definitely been one to handle. Drew Armstrong looking for yet another victory here at Texarkana 67 Speedway. As I'm not sure of the amount of feature wins that he's accumulated this year, but 9 feature wins. Thank you, Zach.
As they'll go to work.
As Keaton Atkinson's challenging the number 70 of Michael Rhodes. Keaton Atkinson also has been one this year to keep an eye on, as he's consistently gotten better and better as the year has progressed. As Keaton Atkinson stalking the back of the number 70 of Michael Rhodes. As they roll down the front straightaway and go into turn 1 there, he's looking on the back bumper, searching for a way around him. As we get the 2 to go signal from Scotty Hustlepeck there in the flag stand.
The entirety of this one now working as they head off and down the back straightaway. Drew Armstrong out front all on his lonesome in this one.
As Keaton Atkinson looking to the bottom of the number 70 of Michael Rhodes. As the white flag comes out, he's going to look for one more chance to get around him as they go around the bull ring. Coming out of the final turn, final time will be the 01A of I Am Strong, Drew Armstrong.
All right.
You can hear me like I don't know why the other mic. So crazy. Hot in there.
Getting ready to climb out. I think I said it back in week 2 and it just kind of stuck. Chase said it for a little while, but I think I wish I'd have called him King Kong from the beginning, but he is in fact pretty strong. And he rides out of Benton, Arkansas. Drew Armstrong and Victor Lane here in Texarkana once again on a Dirt Track Friday night special. What a stellar.
Yeah, buddy.
You got the kiddos down here, Drew. Let's face the race on Texas Cam if we can.
Yeah, buddy. I'll put you up there.
Another stellar run for you, man. I mean, no better way to cap off this stellar run you've had at 67 on Friday nights here. I mean, car was absolutely set on kill and dig once again.
Oh yeah, the car was great tonight. Track was a little different than how it's been the past couple of weeks, but I enjoyed it.
Is it just a matter, I mean, knowing you have such a good car, is it just a matter that you come out here and execute to make sure you do your job? And as long as you don't make any mistakes or have mechanical failures, you feel pretty confident.
Oh yeah, it's just repetition. You got to get in a groove and keep going and make the best of it.
I talked a little bit about it earlier, but we'll beat the horse dead a little bit here. But all right, last few weeks talk about the Rage or whatever. You hot lap that car. I mean, you're going to bring them both, or what's the plan in Boone? I talked about earlier. You're going to go over there and represent the home state of Arkansas well, and sure, you got to be pretty excited. Maybe the best. You've had some really stellar runs in the past. Excuse me. You've had some really good seasons in the past, but you've really got to have some extra confidence going over to Boone this year.
Oh yeah, and with a new car, some new help behind us, and we're excited. We're ready to see what we can do.
Absolutely, there ain't no doubt about it. About 300 of the fastest friends that you have are going to be over there contesting you for it, though.
Oh yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. Looks like some bad weather to start the week, but we'll enjoy it.
That's got to make the travel just that much more. Like you probably wait till the last second to leave.
Oh no, we're leaving at noon tomorrow.
It's the whole week racing vacation, man. Let's hear about all the folks that help you out in the race team.
Dunn Delivery, Ambush Boats, Ellie's Mexican Grill, East End Towing, Dunn Delivery, just my dad and everybody back at home. These guys that are here tonight, I mean, I can't thank them all enough for this season.
Hey, man, it's been awesome having you here. Certainly love having you here at Texarkana. Thanks for the great shows you put on this year. We look forward to 2019 as well.
Oh, yeah, we'll be here.
Absolutely, can't wait. Give it up for them folks from Benton, Arkansas, Drew Armstrong and Victor Lane here in Texarkana. Class act.
Same story, different night. I didn't get through as quick as he did, and stuff happens.
One day we're gonna look back and be like, all them times maybe I ran second or third, or we'll be thinking about them on the better half of whenever you're picking up about 13 wins a year.
Right. Just seat time and experience is killing me. So this was our 37th night this year, just making laps.
That's pretty awesome, young man. It's certainly going to pay dividends and serve you well going forward. And I got to say, it's always impressive to me how you always keep a level head and you stay positive and you look at these experiences as learning experiences.
Right. You never know who's watching. Somebody that might want to sponsor you, or just fans. Fans. You gain fans from staying positive and just keep going, keep pushing. So.
And it's very real and genuine with you, man. And let's hear about the folks that do help you out.
Oh, everybody. Nana, Paul, Doug, Misty, all the people on the car, Webb Stevenson Eye Care, Greg Covey Construction, Dirtworks Race Cars, Fast Track, just everybody, man. It's awesome.
Awesome season here for you in Texarkana this year, man. Appreciate told Drew the same thing. Appreciate all your hard work and dedication to come out here and putting everything on the line each Friday night for these great race fans.
Yeah, I'll be a little better next year, so he should be ready.
A final thing. Hey, you did say that. Can we drop the breaking news here? Is it a secret that you're going to be hopping into a different chassis or what?
I don't really know. I've kept it a secret, I guess. But yeah, we got a new Hoffman on the way, so. Dad's helping out with that, and we got a bunch of sponsors on board, so we should have a hot rod for next year.
I didn't want to be the one to break the news. That's your news, man. Congratulations. Look forward to seeing you in a Hoffman car.
Thank you, man.
Get up for him, folks. Keaton Atkinson. He grabs the third. Did he finish second? Yeah, third. That's all. Good job, Drew.
Appreciate it. See y'all.
37. 841-3337. Say 841-3337. Bring your ticket up here to the booth.
As we're going green here, we're already 3 wide going down the front straightaway between Michael King Jr., Jesse Tate in the 13J, and Dakota Cooper. Wyatt Pate sticks his nose in there, trying to battle out. We got a 4-way battle for the lead going down the back straightaway. Justin Converse seems to have trouble and pulls off as he's going to send it to promoter school, Zach would say. But up front with a consistent weekly lead, it seems, is Michael King Jr. in the 14J R car. Jesse Tate in second as we got a great battle for the third position between Dakota Cooper and Wyatt Pate. As they're still side by side for the third position, Dakota Cooper's going to get an edge on him going into turn 1.
As Junior Michael King, what he's done here, Cole. We talked to Boot Hill and Victor Lane last week, and he had not won his first race till about May. Turn that light off. It's so hot in here, though. So Michael King, who was trying to get his 6th straight win tonight, and it looks like, barring a catastrophe or a mechanical failure, which he doesn't have many of, looks like he's got this one sewed up there, buddy.
Oh yeah, and hats off to his crew, you know, and of course his crew being his mother and father. They're so good about being on top of everything, and they take the 4-cylinder deal very seriously, you know, as in means of preparation and work throughout the night. I mean, their work ethic with that car stands right up there with any good factory stock or limited driver.
I agree. It is, and it's pretty evident as well just how this young man approaches. And I kind of saw the same thing in yourself. I feel like I can kind of gauge and see talent. I mean, he's very, very talented. I mean, he says that he had dreams and aspirations to one day race Lucas Oil late models, and I said, man, just keep your dreams alive. He's definitely impressive. I mean, these 4-cylinder guys, there's something to be said about car control, and he's got a bright future.
Right. And that's the thing really about this class. It gives you a chance to kind of see some guys that you know might have a future and might be able to come up through there and make something of themselves one day, you know. And I mean, I know that the 4-cylinders are a lot different than
Start
limited.
somewhere, buddy.
And yeah,
Duke Wisn't started off in them.
right.
Legend out of Texarkana. Race night with some bad luck, man, as he broke in the trophy dash and had to head to the pits, but came out here and swept in the heat.
Right, that was a real tough deal to watch him struggle that early. But you know, like I said, him and his family are ones to bounce back, and they're not going to give up. And yeah, as Zach pointed it out, it does seem like Tate is starting to reel him in a little bit.
He is undoubtedly. You know, and that's what we always say too. You know, we brag on Michael here, but we're going to be bragging on Tate because guess what? He's about to be knocking on the back door like a trick-or-treater with a sweet tooth here about 2 months before Halloween.
Yeah, Jesse Tate, you know, has definitely been one. He's been around the 4-cylinder class nearly since its beginnings in this area, and definitely is one to not count out, and will definitely be able to put on a show and throw his elbows up and do some racing if he needs to. As lap traffic, is that the third? Is that Dalton Vine? 13, yeah. Dalton Vine slows on the front straightaway and nearly collects the 14 junior of Michael King. And that has given Jesse Tate a chance to reel him in as he's within about a car and a half to a car length.
I have a feeling that Tate might just drive in there and try to rattle this youngster's cage. I'm not sure. Final few laps of the season about to be coming at you hot and heavy.
Yeah, it's definitely been a great year of racing, and for all these drivers and through all the classes, they've been able to put on a great show and really show what the racing is about here. And I'm glad that Race on Texas has been able to come in and broadcast it and really show other areas and other people what we have to offer in our racing community.
And
don't think that they're calling the racing season yet, if I heard correctly.
Point anyway.
Yeah, it definitely is the last points night. As we get the white flag there, and Jesse Tate is still within about a 3-car. Well, I say that. He closed it up for about a second there, but they're coming out of turn 4, final turn, final time for the points season. Michael King Jr.
Hey, for all of you great fans that are heading out, on behalf of the Gardner family, I talked with Senior earlier this evening, and he wanted to personally thank the Greens, Chris and Marla Green, and all the workers, everybody here at this place that has chipped in and contributed to a great season here in Texarkana. And if it weren't for all you great fans, it wouldn't be any fun at all. So we thank each and every one of you folks that spend your hard-earned money to come out here to see good dirt track racing. We hope you'll come back and see us in 2019, as we thank you for choosing this quarter-mile speed plan here in Texarkana as your official racing destination. As getting out of the machine, your 4-cylinder winner of the final race of the night, Michael King Jr. in victory lane. 6 straight victories for the driver, the 17-year-old from El Dorado, Arkansas. And, you know, he was born in Kentucky, and that's a good old Kentucky fried butt whooping there. But no, let's be honest though, Jesse Tate kind of run you down there in the late going. I wasn't sure if you were slowing down or if you were being conservative or what, but Tate did get a little close there, and the lap traffic got a little hairy.
Yeah, I was trying to back off a little bit because the car was running a little hot, and I could hear him, but he wasn't close enough for me to like back off, entirely. So I kept a little bit of pressure on it just to make sure he didn't get there, but I didn't know exactly how close he was.
Despite the fact that you kicked off the night tonight with a little bit of tough luck, not being able to finish the trophy dash, but despite that, it's been a pretty smooth night for you. I don't think we can say that necessarily about the last 5 victories that you picked up on this 6-race win streak. It's been kind of wild for you tonight. Despite that, like I said, which didn't end up being a factor, pretty smooth night for you once again.
Yeah, the trophy dash, it was the track was really muddy, and I went in there a little too hot after the Ford spun out, and I got a little hot in the car. I was a little agitated and drove it in there a little too hot and overwent the track, and then went out there the next time, and I just hit a patch of mud and went out, and I didn't mean to do that.
I've always given credit when credit is due. I gave Justin Converse credit whenever he went on tear. He's still the winningest 4-cylinder driver around. You've kind of thrown your hat in the ring and emerged here mid-season. Now you've got 11 victories total, I believe, or 10 victories total at 4 different racetracks. 5 actually. It's pretty impressive what you've been able to do, and you may be in this class for another year. I mean, what do you have to say at this point? I mean, man, I think you may have some of these 4-cylinder guys scratching their heads right now.
I'm extremely thankful to be able to do this. It's something I didn't even think I was going to be able to do. Everybody told me you might want to find a plan to go to college. You're never going to be able to do what you want to do. But, here I am to get double-digit wins in a rookie season is something that I couldn't even fathom that. After I won about the 5th one, I realized this is a possibility. I can go out there and get this. Absolutely, and it's been a joy to watch you and watch your young career progress. This is your very first year racing. Yes, sir, it is. That's pretty impressive. I'll tell you this, young man. I'm gonna leave you with this thought, or whatever it is. You may not be familiar with Duke Wizzent, but I guarantee you, all these fans that are heading out of this racetrack tonight, Duke Wizzent is one of the baddest race car drivers ever come out of this area. Raced with the World of Outlaws late models, and he started off in 4 cylinders. In 1993, he started off in them, raced with my father, and he was one tough customer. You're one tough customer, man. I told you at Boot Hill last week in Victory Lane to keep at it, keep digging at your dreams. You keep digging, you will achieve them. And you start somewhere, man. You got a lot of life left in you, young man. And congratulations on another one tonight. I appreciate it, man. Give it up for him, folks. Everybody left in the house. Michael King Jr. scores the victory once again here in Texarkana. His 6th straight win, his 10th of the season. And there's a new sheriff in town.